In marketing backlash news.
What? I hope it's the one.
Like these.
Which one?
I know what it is. I know what it is.
You do? It was something about, I forgot what it was, but I'll tell you once it comes up.
Okay.
I heard it in passing. You know when you hear something in passing and then you're like, that's the one.
Is it the Gillette commercial?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh!
Yeah, because that's the one I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hoping because
funny.
you wanted the backlash.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, which one did you want backlash?
You
for?
haven't seen it?
Is it backlash behind
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
What are
Is
you
it this?
talking
It has
about?
like 100,000 dislikes, and then they bought 10,000 dislikes. Well, it looks like they bought it because there's no positive comments at all, like 0. But it has
You
10,000
mean
likes.
positive?
Likes.
Positive. Oh, likes. Well, it has 10,000 likes, but 0 positive comments, and it has 100,000 dislikes.
Oh,
Got it.
shit.
I saw the video.
I want to watch
I
it.
want to see it.
That's the one I wanted. I was hoping.
Because it was
Here we go.
preachy, but we'll talk about it. Submitted by
that
Joe's
Gillette-
Pinky Toe.
Gillette was my first deodorant. The kind that,
The gel one.
yes, you go like this and it looks like the Lucas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like the honey, you know
They
that?
have deodorant?
Yeah, yeah. It goes through
True,
the
they
like
do.
little hole.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My first one was Brute.
What?
Brute?
Brute? I
No,
never.
that's not
I
even a
don't
brand.
remember.
Ew.
It is.
No, I heard
I
of
think
Brute,
you used
but
something called Ajax. That was what.
My secret one was like that too. I think it's by Gillette though. Anyway, Gillette faces internet backlash and a boycott over a recent commercial.
do you remember their jingle? Gillette, the
The best a man could get.
Oh, the best of man.
That's the Gordon's fish.
I like the way Joe remembers it though. Da, 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 da.
But he said, do you know?
That was a question.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys the ad. And you can tell me what you think about it.
I saw it. It's so beautiful.
Is this the best a man can get?
That's why.
We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy?
And small.
I remember that.
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the men of the tomorrow.
What if the kid on the bottom was winning? Like that fool knew jujitsu and he was setting him up for like a Kimura or something and
I had him in a triangle, Dad.
he's like, what are you doing?
Why are people mad about that video?
Man, it was so cinematically.
Yeah.
It was so.
Why aren't you mad? Let's talk about that.
Why? I should be mad?
No, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but I like to hear the other perspective because most people are mad. So
Most people are mad about that.
yeah, like in the comments, yeah.
People are mad?
Right?
Because I think it's good that they're trying to teach this, but I do think that you can't preach to the choir, meaning most men are cool like that.
That's why they're mad.
So and then the ones that are very like sexually harassing, criminal and fucking, these guys are like a very small percentage of guys, and we don't like them.
Yeah.
Well, I think what they're trying to aim for is how it's. So you remember how we talked about how masculinity is now considered toxic by I forgot who, but someone really important, like some. I think
Well,
that was really important.
yeah,
But
the-
yeah. Or do you remember?
I don't remember if it was a
It's like
person.
psychology or something.
Yeah, it was
Anyway.
like toxic. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so
Toxic
they named.
We know exactly what we're talking
Now
about.
they're saying. I know. I totally.
We're experts on it.
I read a lot of articles. I don't know. I forget these things. But the point is.
Albert Einstein said, I heard.
But the point is that now masculinity is labeled as being toxic, right? Toxic masculinity. And so they're trying to approach the stereotypes of like how macho men should be and like how all these guys that you're saying that
Yeah.
small percentage, like that's how a lot like the boys will be boys thing and like you know how
All the catchphrases they're using, I don't even understand them. Like,
Me neither.
you're saying boys will be boys? Like, what does that mean?
it's just like
That's a pretty common saying, though.
People say that.
Common.
It is common, but I don't know what that means, because for me, boys will be boys means they're careless. Like, they're always gonna forget
Well, I
or
mean,
leave
it's
a shoe
used in
here.
different contexts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one context. Another one is when they flirt with girls or whatever. If they do that, well, it's like, well, that's just boys being boys.
Or they try to grab.
Oh, I
their
thought that's
butt.
creeps will be creeps.
No,
It
they
should be.
use it for that.
That's why I think that it's not clearly defined, where what I'm saying is that's just asshole behavior is what they do. That's not real masculinity. That's not I mean, real alpha dudes don't do that shit.
So that's why they're why they're mad
Mm-hmm.
is because they're feeling like they're being preached at when they are already not people that.
Exactly.
Oh, so it's guys that are mad saying, how can you say that all guys
Yeah,
douchebags like
exactly.
this?
Like,
I
why are
see.
you calling me a sexist racist?
I see.
Just because I'm a white straight dude or
It's
whatever.
part of that, but then the other half of the people that are getting mad, to me, seem like they are the ones that are like this, and they're getting upset that it's being called out in their face.
Like, I want a cat call.
Because they're calling it feminist propaganda. And
Well,
they're saying like
It kind of is, though.
It is, and what's dangerous about it is because you have these people that are kind of on the fence that'll see both sides, and it pushes people the other direction. Like, I don't want to be fucking preached to. I'll do whatever I want, you know that, and so that's kind of where.
Well, what this does, though, is it makes it seem like there's more fucked up guys out there than there really are. And that needs to change. Versus addressing that, hey, there's a lot of great guys out there, but there's this small number of fucktards that need to be taught right. That's like saying,
Been like,
Yeah.
we know you're not that,
Yeah.
but if you see,
well,
you know, or
they
something like that.
did
But
mention that. They're like, there are some out there, whatever. But they did say some.
You know, I grew up around a lot of women, right? So, like, with that being said, that phrase "boys will be boys." If you guys did grow up around a lot of kids, was said a lot. Right? So when kids would, when you see boys, you know this too. When we would get in fights, be like, they're just being boys, right? And they would, we would allow.
I've heard it for roughhousing, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's not really. They're getting fucked up. You know what I mean? It's not roughhousing. Boys are getting fucked up, and as adults, I always thought as a kid too. Even when I would get in fights, just leave them alone. They're just fighting each other, right? They're just fucking each other up. So there are stuff to this that does make sense. And as a man, I'm seeing that shit, and it makes sense to me. So like we can't just sit here and deny that a lot of this stuff isn't just true, right? Because I also grew up with the catcalling thing 24/7. I saw it all the fucking time. This isn't something I didn't see. Like I saw it all the time. Guys coming up, grabbing girls on the ass.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like a big
So-
majority of the people that don't see it, they don't realize that it's there, so they're getting offended.
Yeah, so like I think like it's half and half, right? And my bigger thing is it's like there is truth in this. It's not completely false, and also the fact it's a fucking commercial. I don't give a fuck.
I'm offended that they're offended. Because the way that I see it is this, right? Is like the way that I see it is none of that stuff applies to me.
So I'm good.
So I'm good,
Exactly.
but I know it exists in the world.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, let me move over and let this message reach the person it should reach. But why am I feel like the people that are offended are like, it feels so self-righteous where they're like, they think they know the world and like, it's like, it's not speaking to you, obviously. So why are you getting offended for them trying to like, even with the people that are saying like, oh, all Chinese people can't drive. I can't drive too. But if I could drive,
It just happens to be right.
yeah, but if I could drive, then I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll just, well, they're not talking about this Chinese guy, they're talking about that Chinese guy.
Yeah, I think for what they're trying to achieve here too, Gillette, what they're trying to achieve is to get more guys involved in fighting against, like, sure, it might not apply to you, but will you step up when you see it happening to someone else? Like that.
Are you allowed to step up with facial hair?
I don't know if it,
And I'm trying to get to the bottom of this is, are they coming out with 6 blades on a razor?
that's another reason people are like, why am I getting this from my razor blades?
What's the real message here? You got new shaving cream coming out?
If this is the type of guy that you are, I don't think you see this commercial and go, oh, that's me, I need to change. That's the other problem. So they're just blanket.
It's falling on deaf ears.
Let me put on some motherfucking deodorant before I go out and tell the world.
So then are we saying then that these companies should just should stay in their lane and not have an opinion?
Not
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know, but I know no one's saying that in this group, but then I'm just kind of putting that question out there. Like, should brands have an opinion about shit?
I think that this is so polarizing that I think it's different than just having an opinion. Like, okay, so Chick-fil-A, for example, is super Christian. They're closed on Sundays. They've made some, the owners have made some anti-LGBT statements in the past that they got in trouble for, but they didn't make a whole commercial being like, this is why being gay is wrong, you know, like, or whatever. They didn't broadcast their point of view in a commercial of theirs.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like broadcasting a whole point of view being like, everyone buying our razors is sexist and they need to stop. Or that's how it's perceived
Or it's
by
like
their...
the majority.
Yeah, the majority. It's so much so of our customers that we need to make a commercial to them.
But if you're thinking that, then you're pretty fucking stupid, right? If you look at a commercial and then you go, oh, so you're saying this is what... You're pretty fucking dumb. Like, if you have an ounce of intellect, you can look at it and say, oh, I can see who this applies for.
Right.
I think that's the.
I see it that way.
It works both ways, right? So if they're making a blanket statement or whatever, that's how you feel. Like, shouldn't you be smart enough to know that it doesn't apply to you?
And in that commercial, so I'm kind of seeing the other side of it, but in that commercial,
You know how we watch daytime television?
yeah.
So on daytime television, it's marketing towards like old people all the time. So they have the like "I'm falling, I can't get up" button, right? So it's like for old people when they
What's
fall
that
down.
called? Life? Fuck.
Life alert.
Yeah, life alert, right? I don't watch it and go, what? You think I fall down all the time, motherfucker? I know it's not for me. It's for the person that does fall down. I can't reach.
But then
The Life Alert customers are those people, but the Gillette customers.
But in that commercial too, they also had the guy correcting the bad behavior. You know what I mean? Like saying, "Hey, like that's not what we do, bro. Like that's."
I know, but it's like they're showing them this is how you should be acting.
Exactly.
Like as if you're watching an airplane safety video.
They're not speaking to their demographic.
Don't take the mask and.
They're preaching. They're preaching to their demographic instead of speaking to and relating to their demographic.
It's like if you bought a soap and you love a soap. You're buying this soap, you love this dish soap, and they're like, hey ladies, we need to stop using our bodies to attract men. We are more than just our bodies. We need to stop showing our cleavage. We need to stop doing it. And they're like talking to you as if you're just some broad generalization of a woman rather than a specific individual.
Yeah.
And for the majority of the customer base, it's not true.
So then it should have been the reverse. Then it should have been all the guys doing all the dope shit and kind of applauding that.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, I think we would have had a much better result than being
That's a good
preachy.
point.
I think a company
Got
that
it.
kills it is like Nike. You know how they'll have like Michael Jordan and it's like, it's the 10,000 shots I missed. It's this whatever I failed or it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But they're always hitting the positive mark.
it's very inspiring.
Or like the girl one that they
don't go
did.
like, you fucking lazy fuck sitting on the fucking couch. You need to go be like Michael Jordan.
Right. So it's inspiring versus this. It's like shame on you. And it
Yeah.
dude, I ain't one of these guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why my initial reaction was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Because like we should say that to those guys.
For sure.
I can see the other effect where it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I do all those things.
So it's not like the message was wrong. It's not like these things don't happen.
It's just how
that
it's said.
The way that they said it, they just felt attacked right away because it's like, yo, I just buy your razors, dude. Like, I don't
That's what I thought.
grab some ass, you know?
Coming out with 10 razor blades or
I
something.
get it.
Yeah, now you've helped me realize the other side too, because I was really confused why people were angry.
I just don't give a fuck. It's a commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm boiling it down to.
But
You
you
know what I
al-
mean? It's like, God, chill.
But you also don't have a fickle mind. So a lot of people can be upset at how things are marketed because of the perception of normies and sheep, right? They can watch this video. So like, let's say, someone can watch this video and it could further reinforce their idea of toxic masculinity, this buzzword that's been going around. And then now men and women are both highly sensitive, looking out for toxic masculinity behavior, which causes oversensitive people when they're like, what was that, David? What did you mean by that? That sounds like some toxic masculinity coming out when you're talking about UFC fighting.
It's like cancel culture shit, right?
Exactly.
So
That's how it manifests, is because
I see what you're
things
saying.
like this kind of content keeps coming out, and then now it keeps being reinforced into these people's minds that it actually exists when we're just looking for boogeymen. Not saying that it doesn't exist. It does.
Yeah.
We need to deal with it, but
Not at this level.
right, not like this.
It's not severe. It's not code red.
This is also why the Chinese products don't change their marketing for like 80 years. Same packaging on soy sauce since 1950.
That's right. Kikkoman soy sauce has been the same for 100 years.
Can't offend anybody.
They don't care about
They
branding.
got in trouble recently.
They did?
I forget what.
I take what I
every
just
year.
said back.
Something racist or something. I don't remember.
Oh, they're always doing some fucked up
Where
shit.
they
But that's
put-
new school.
Where they put the fucking black guy in the fucking washer and then he came out.
But that's new
white.
school
I'm
stuff.
like, what the
I'm
fuck
talking
was
about
that?
this stuff. Branding has not changed.
Yeah.
The only thing that changed is the English lettering on it. Other than that, the bottle looks exactly the same.
That's what I'm talking about.